Hello everyone, it's Cindy. I'm back here in Hongdae, and today we're going to be talking about ghosting. One of my viewers was very interested in what the ghosting culture is here in Korea. Ghosting is something that lots of singles are dealing with these days, especially now that we live in the era of dating online. Thanks to COVID, even the online dating has increased a lot, meaning there's more chance for ghosting. So the question is, what is ghosting? Ghosting is when you're talking to somebody, you're interested in them, and for no just reason, unknown to you, the person stops talking to you. You don't know what happened, you're trying to figure it out, and I've been ghosted. Honestly, I have ghosted some people as well. Not proud of it, but it's something I'm working on. Let's hit the street and see what Korean citizens and foreigners who live here in Korea have to say about ghosting. Let's go. Hi, what's your name?
Caleb,
Where are you from?
California.
California. How long have you been here in Korea?
About a year and a half.
Okay. Do you mind telling us what you do here in Korea?
I'm right now just going to school. That's it.
Okay. Do you know what ghosting is?
Yeah, when you like text someone, they don't respond or whatever like that.
Okay. Have anybody ghosted you yet?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Have you ghosted anybody?
I guess, yeah, in the past.
Can you tell me the reason why you ghosted them?
I just wasn't like interested or anything like that. Or I didn't like have any type of connection.
Okay. So you didn't think it was okay to tell them you weren't interested instead of just ghosting them?
It probably would have been like the better choice, but at the time, I guess it was like I just didn't really want to go through that like awkwardness.
So you were avoiding the awkwardness, so you decided to ghost them.
Yeah.
And do you think if a person keeps getting ghosted over and over, there might be a psychological effect to that person?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you very much. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
이름 뭐예요?
저 우성민이요.
우성민.
네.
반가워요.
네, 반갑습니다.
Do you know what ghosting is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, okay.
Have you ever ghosted someone?
예.
다른 사람이 했어요?
네?
님은 다른 사람이 그런 거 했어요?
예, 다른 사람이었어요.
Yeah. 왜?
어,
왜서요?
다른 사람 뭐 하는 거 같이 하는 걸로 했어요.
Ah.
네.
And have you ever been ghosted?
네, 다른 사람이 저한테
네. 네, 네.
How did that make you feel?
기분이 어땠어요?
네, 처음 좀 당황스러웠었는데 네. 처음에 몰라서 했었는데 익숙해졌었어요.
Okay. Do you think that's something that's very common here in Korea?
여기 한국에 사람들이 그런 거 자주 해요?
네, 자주 하는 것 같아요. 네, 제가 보네요.
Okay. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Evelyn.
Evelyn, nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Miles.
Okay. Do you know what ghosting is?
Yeah,
Okay. What about you?
Yeah.
Have you ever ghosted anybody?
I did a couple times.
Have you ghosted anybody?
No.
No. Yeah. Why did you ghost the person you ghosted?
I don't know. He was kind of being rude. So yeah.
Okay. And did you think it was a lot better to just ghost him instead of telling him you weren't happy with the way he was?
I mean, I don't know. I just felt kind of rude telling him that I just felt in that way. So just like, you know what, I'm just gonna block you. Like,
Okay.
and
What?
we're not even like in a deep relationship. So
Oh, okay. So you think it's only okay to tell someone you're not interested if you're really serious about them?
yeah.
Okay. And what? Is there any reason why you haven't ghosted anybody?
I'll just tell them.
Oh, you just tell them. Okay, that's really good. Yeah. Okay. And have you ever been ghosted?
No.
You haven't? Oh, wow. He has a very good life. Okay. And how long have you been here in Korea?
This time since August.
August. What about you?
I am Korean.
You are Korean.
I am. Yeah.
I guess that was me assuming.
no, it's alright.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Have a great. Hi, my name is Cynthia. What's your name?
No.
Noah. Your name?
Juan.
Okay. So today we're going to be talking about ghosting. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
What is ghosting to you?
It's like when you leave somebody on red or something.
Okay, you leave somebody on. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
You've done it? Have you ever ghosted someone?
I have.
And Have you been ghosted
Yeah, of course.
here in Korea?
Not in Korea.
Okay.
But in general, yeah.
Okay, how long have you been here in Korea?
About a couple months.
Couple of months. What about you?
Same as him.
Same. Okay, what do you guys do here in Korea?
I do music.
Music.
Yeah.
You?
I go to school here.
You go to school here. Okay, so why did you ghost the person you ghosted?
Because they weren't worth my time and energy.
What made them not worth your time and energy?
Just being on BS. Wait, I can't curse. Can I curse?
It's okay, I can blip it out.
Okay, just being on bullshit.
Okay. Why did you ghost the person you ghosted?
I just don't buy with them no more.
Okay, so don't you think it's better for you to tell them you're not interested anymore instead of just ghosting them?
It depends. Sometimes, yes. Especially if they're a good person. But if they know what they're doing, they know they're doing wrong, they know.
Okay, so what about
It
you?
depends on the situation. Like, you know, like one person may take it as like they take all offense to it.
Yeah,
But another person might just like fuck it.
yeah.
Like fuck it.
Okay, so personally, I think it's a lot better to just like tell the person you're not interested, whether the person is good or bad. I would rather tell them because I've been left ghosted before, and I was actually into the person, and I started thinking like, what did I do?
True.
You know, so in a situation like that, you know, some people go on to other relationships being very cautious, right? So, do you think ghosting is something you'll continue doing if you're not interested in a person?
I mean, I'll tell a person.
Yeah, you tell. The
I be
person.
chilling though. I don't really be looking for no relationship right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my money.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for being with me.
Appreciate
and
you.
Hey guys, what's your name?
Celine,
Celine and
Marcella,
Marcella.
Lily.
Lily. Okay, where are you guys from?
you're from Indonesia.
Guys, they are from Indonesia. Okay, so today we're talking about ghosting. Do you know what that is? Ghosting. So like when you're talking to somebody, a form of dating, and suddenly the person is not interested anymore. But instead of telling you, they just block you and stop talking. Do you know? Have you heard about that? So we call that ghosting.
Ghosting.
Ghosting, yeah. Yeah. So has that happened? Has that happened to you?
I'm the one who ghosting.
She's the one who's ghosted.
Me too.
You've ghosted people?
Yeah.
No, you guys have not been ghosted before?
No.
Okay, so why did you ghost the person?
I actually do that for like some guys who I'm not really interested to.
Okay.
Because usually it's like a random people, like the strangers from internet, like usually from Instagram.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm not really interested to talking to strangers. So yeah.
Okay,
that's
what
why.
about you? Why did you ghost the person? Did you know the person? Did you actually know them, or you just ghosted them because they were strangers?
I ghost them because they're strangers, but when I know them, maybe I'll just answer short, very, very short answers, trying to ghost them if I could.
Okay. What about you?
I think it's like one time I was trying to sell secondhand items, and then like there's someone that's trying to buy it, but I think like they're not really going to buy it, so I'm just trying to block them.
Okay, so you blocked. So you blocked them because you felt like they weren't serious. Okay, so do you think that ghosting people may affect them psychologically in the long run? Because you know, when people are getting ghosted over and over again, there's a chance that they may start to think something is wrong with them. Do you believe there could be a psychological effect to ghosting?
I think it depends on like the relationship with us. If like they're close to us, then it might affect them. But if like they're strangers, then it's not going to affect them.
Do you think the same?
Yeah, I do.
How long have you guys been here in Korea?
I've been here for 2.5 years.
Yeah. What about you?
3 years.
3 years.
I'm only almost 3 months.
3 months. So, for those of you that have been here for a long time, is dating a thing here in Korea? Is it an option, dating?
For me, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I think it's a must for people here.
Yeah.
I don't know, they kind of think dating is something very important in society.
That is very true. In Korea, dating and the couple culture is very important. So do you think you will date while you're here in Korea?
I think if I meet like the right person, then yes, I might try it.
So in the meantime, it's keep ghosting, keep ghosting. Okay, guys, you heard from them what they think about ghosting. So thank you very much, guys. 안녕하세요. 이름 뭐예요? Your name?
조수민.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about ghosting. Do you know what ghosting is?
혹시 고스팅 아세요?
버스티 모르겠.
When somebody does not talk to you, they stop talking to you. They block you.
아마 좋아하는 사람.
안녕하세요. 이름 뭐예요?
이가영이라고 합니다.
최진우요.
Do you know what ghosting is?
No.
Okay. So ghosting is when you're talking to someone and you like them and then they decide not to talk to you anymore because maybe they think you're not interested or you're not their type. So do you think, have you been ghosted?
다른 사람 님한테 있어요? 그럼 고스팅이요.
다른 사람한테
Have you been ghosted before? Like somebody stopped talking to you?
아마 데이트하고 다음 날저 사람이 님한테 연락이 안 했어.
아 연락이 두절됐다고요? 아. No.
연락 두절된 사람 있냐고?
연락을 데이트를 한 다음에 연락이 안 됐던 사람이 있냐고.
아니요.
Ani, okay, you've never ghosted someone and
님은 다른 사람이 있어요?
너가 그랬던 적이 있냐?
also okay. Do you think it's common here in Korea? Is ghosting common in Korea? All right, guys, you have heard from everybody what they have to say about ghosting. So, as we know, as I said earlier, it is something that's very common in Korea. But I think people are getting a little bit desensitized to it. And as you've heard from them, some have been ghosted and some have done the ghosting. So, I hope you enjoyed this topic and I hope to see you guys again. As always, remember to watch, share, and subscribe to my channel.